Can you guys hear me now? Hello? 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 Dang, I was talking this whole time. I didn't change any settings or anything like that. I don't know why it wasn't working. Can you guys hear me now? It should be working. What's up, Brian? Hype. Okay, yes. All right. What's up, Jeffrey, Cody, Dylan, and Mar, Tobias, or Tobias, Dead Whaleson, PA Jailer, got the sound figured out. Kenny Powers, what's going on? Don, let's go. Ricardo, what's up, man? Milos or Milos, Wolfie, Brian, Hype. Let's go, guys. This will be fun. Yeah, we're gonna send ETH on stream. We're gonna pump this thing all together. All right. Well, now that the sound wasn't working for a while, I guess it gave people a little more time to jump in. Let me see. I posted it in my Telegram. Just fixing stuff behind the scenes. I was at the beginning just trying to fix stuff and like get things all ready, but then I guess my sound wasn't working. So I'm glad we got it to work now. I don't know, like I'm not the smartest tech guy. Like I know computers a little bit, but troubleshooting OBS is not my cup of tea. There's a big lag and echo. Is that the same for everyone? Let me try something. Give me a sec. Benstown, what's up, man? Tobias, is the sound better now? I apologize if there's no echo, or if there is an echo. I don't have a rug down in my office yet, and so the voice might be a little echoey. Okay, let's get started. If everyone's ready. A couple people before have said that the light theme kind of sucks when you're watching the stream. So let me know if you want me to chart on this colored theme, and then we can do that. But we'll jump into it, and then I can change later if that's what everyone wants. So Bitcoin, we are finally getting some consolidation here. We had somewhat of a range like right here. Chopped around in it, took out the low, got back above, took out the highs, and now we're consolidating in the upper half of that range. We swept this low into H1 hourly demand, and we're kind of pushing up from there. And what I want to see from Bitcoin is just more of the same, right? If I had to draw, I would say our range for Ethereum, or whatever this is, Bitcoin. I can delete that. It's right about here. And so if we can consolidate in here and just relax, it'll give alts plenty of time to party a bit. Should have bought more sushi. Yeah, we'll talk about sushi. I actually just longed it. I posted this in on Twitter. We'll get to that though. When you say price could move to here or range high, could you say the numbers? Yeah, I can do that for the people who are just listening and on headphones and doing stuff. So Bitcoin swept the low into hourly demand in the low 46,000s. We're pushing up now above the mid-range at around 47.7, and honestly, I just want to see that consolidate a bit. I think if we get above, like this might sound obvious, but if we can get above this level, at 48,900, I bet we see quite a bit of expansion, but that's the level I would want to see us hold, and I'm not going to just be trying to buy an all-time high breakout because people have gotten smacked a few times doing that. I just think it's too risky. That's not my style. But yeah, Bitcoin is looking fine, and we just want to see it consolidate for a bit. The dark one looks better. Okay. Did I save it? Oh no, that's my other one. Hold on, let me save this theme. Stream dark. And then I'll pull it up here so that, why did it not show up? Okay, or I can just, I mean, I cleared all these charts, but other than those triangles, but we can just talk about it here. Okay. Let me see. What's the best way for me to do this? I'll just pull this to this side. I can extrapolate let me hide this. Okay. If dark is better, we can do that for now. So Bitcoin, we pretty much have Bitcoin covered. We were talking about this range right here. I guess I kind of need to change this. Okay, that's the range we're talking about. I just want to see Bitcoin consolidate, and then it'll give altcoins some time to party, and that's kind of what we are, what we're looking for. So I'm gonna talk about Ethereum. We'll talk about Litecoin. We'll talk about Link. We'll talk about Sushi. And then those are the main ones for me right now. I know a bunch of other coins have blown up a lot more, but I think those just might be a little bit late to hop into. So let's talk about Ethereum. Man, I feel like it is a little annoying to have to mark up every single chart. New. Okay, we're going back to this idea. I'm just going to change the background on this, and then I'll change it back later. Bear with me, guys. Did I click the same one? Yeah. This should be this one. That one's darker. And then background, we're going to go this. Wow, that looks scary for a sec. And I'll have to change the color of some lines because it'll look weird on here, but okay. If that's better, we will we'll do this. Okay. So we'll talk about Ethereum. I longed Ethereum last night. This blue level right here is 8-hour demand right there. We got a sweep of it. I didn't catch a perfect entry, but we got a nice sweep into that level, and we've been pushing away ever since. This is Monday's high right here, and if we can hold above that, then wait, it's easier. Just pick dark theme. Oh, like if I just clicked the dark theme settings. Oh well. I don't like the default dark theme as much as when I adjust it a little. Okay, it's all good. We're back on track now. As long as you guys can still kind of see the levels and everything. Unless you want it a little lighter. I don't know how this stream turned into me just adjusting my background. This is a little lighter, but then it still looks you can see the levels a little better. Gosh, this is so ugly to me. I just want to go back to white. But hey, gotta do it for the people. Okay, 8-hour demand, swept into it, pushing up. Monday's high is at around 1785, and I just want to see us hold above that. This was that little dump a couple hours ago, and we got really nice buyback from it, which was good to see. Right when I got to my desk and pulled up some charts, this dump was happening, and I was like, oh, great. So we're right back at where we were when I went to sleep. But now we're pushing away well. ETH BTC is trying to keep its way above. The color bleeds too much on stream. Okay, we're going back to this. In the future, I will figure out a streaming chart theme and I'll have it set up before. ETH BTC, need to see it stay above weekly SR. It's kind of been bleeding down a little bit, but we still put in this high, low, this. I want to see it hold above here. If it can hold above the weekly SR, we're going to be fine. We're still in this daily demand. A sweep of that low would be fine, but I don't want to see it drop down too much more than that. And then here we can draw a lower time frame range that we're working with here. I would probably say this low, the high from this bounce. Gotta change these back. Glad I didn't change too many settings. So this is kind of the range we're trading in. I'd be fine with a sweep of the low, but man, I would want it to be quick because I really don't want to spend too much time below the weekly SR. I would at 0.037. I would much rather just get above here, bullish structure, break above this consolidation, and then get going. That would be ideal in my opinion. But yeah, I apologize for not posting this setup on Twitter or Telegram. I longed this and Litecoin last night, pretty much the same exact setup, but I was finishing up journaling it in my trade journal and then just went to sleep right after. So, oh well. I tweeted the sushi one and Link yesterday too, which is looking really good. We'll talk about Litecoin first though and then get to Link. So same kind of thing. We had this dump. We're starting to get some good buyback. This is 8-hour demand as well. Doesn't look quite as clean, but still looks pretty good. We have this high right here that I am keeping a close eye on. Don't really need that anymore. We've wicked into it twice. We're trying to close our first daily candle above it. And honestly, all we're doing, I tweeted something about this, is consolidating right here. This is an inside bar, this is an inside bar, and basically that just means the candle is inside the previous day's high and low, and then same thing with this one. And typically that's just a form of consolidation, and then we get a breakout from there. So let's pull up a high time frame Litecoin chart because I don't think we've talked about that too much, and that way we can kind of extrapolate some targets. All right, so I'm gonna go to the Coinbase one. Hey, this looks like it's on track. Hey guys, how about that? So I would say, oh, we're also seeing some nice resistance right there. I'm just gonna hide this. Don't want to delete it though, because I want to see the interactions we've had with this level. Wow, that's really clean. That's the one thing about FTX charts. I can't pull up these levels that are anchored from super long ago, but I still could just go here and put the line right there. Whatever. But yeah, so rejection here, broke above, broke back below, and you can see how well this capped price. This was super clean, broke up, support, kind of barely broke through, and then held it as support again. So this has been a really pivotal level, and we're seeing a ton of action around this level. We've spent some time below it, above it. Here we've been above it, and as long as we stay above that, it looks like that will push higher, and that also lines up well with this demand level, because if you guys remember, the level was like right here, and so that's pretty cool. So that's one level, but as far as targets go, I would say this high is a good target. We have weekly supply right here. The last up move before this dump, this starts at, let's see, 227 to 270. So obviously it's pretty big because it's a weekly level. And then we have these old highs at 251 right in the middle of that. So I like the beginning of this as a target. and then the previous highs right there. Not too concerned about the high, because if we break the low and break above that, I see us going above that. So that's, I would say 227 is kind of my main target for current longs. And then might have to zoom in a little more. I guess this would probably be 304. What was the first high after that? That looks kind of weird. Does it look as weird on other charts? Where am I? What year is this? Oh. There we go. Oh, that swept it. Okay, yeah, so this 307, I would say, is a good level to keep an eye on. Sorry for all the scrolling. Yeah, so 304. Okay, first target, 227, 250, and 304. You could pretty much say 225, 250, and 300 are kind of the main levels I'm watching. Let me try and catch up with the chat really quick. 86 people watching, awesome. If you guys could like the video, that would be great. Just so that the YouTube algo starts pushing this stuff and we can get some more people here hanging out with us. I would really appreciate it. Hey Demo Cryptus, I'm assuming LTC is going to do the same. Yeah, we're talking about that now. Let me know if you have any other questions. Link, talking about that too. Long the breakout on Link while I get liquidated? Probably not. Link is flying, and then we talked about colors for a while. Enough with the color. Yeah, I agree. LTC is forming Hikaki. I don't know what pattern that is, but cool that it's bullish. What's up, Benstown? Thanks for being here, man. Link's flying too. Yeah, Link is the next thing we're talking about. I am very happy to see this because I've been very publicly bullish and it has just been chilling for the longest time. And now we're finally getting this really big breakout. So I messed up on this entry a little bit. I caught it a little late, bought the high of that candle, but stop loss was wide enough where I wasn't too worried. I had an order to take off 25% at 30, and I'm gonna try and just trail the rest of it up. But we'll get more into that in a sec. So Litecoin, kind of with everything else right now, I want to see it get back above the high of this dump to kind of maintain bullish structure. That's exactly at 190 because we put in this low, then we broke this high right there, put in a higher low. I want to break this, maybe do something like this, and as soon as we flip this 195, I will add to my long targeting 227. I think that move right here is going to go quick, like a day or two. Disliked it for you. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Link doing what ETH can't. Yeah, low key. Don't tell Sean, guys, but I kind of puked my YFI long. Oh well. Okay, ETH BTC, we talked about that. Litecoin's getting some good buyback. I am happy to see that. Ethereum, it'll get going in due time. We're willing it to all-time highs during this stream. Not hopping off the stream until 1850. Actually, I don't want to make that commitment, but oops. That's what we're hoping for. Let me number go up. Trader. What? Anyway. Okay. Litecoin. Is that all good on Litecoin, guys? That makes sense. I posted on Twitter earlier about Litecoin and Ethereum kind of being in this same exact pattern, and we're starting to see it break out from there. In just a sec, I'll just draw the one on top because I don't really care about the bottom one. I was about to say that doesn't look right. and this is already breaking out. I think I had it something like that, or no, maybe it was like this, connecting that high and that high. Let me see. Yeah, that's better. Either way, they're starting to break out of that. They both look good. I don't think Ethereum's a fake. Yeah, I'm long Litecoin. I longed Litecoin, Ethereum, and Link last night at their 8-hour demands. I'm gonna stay poor. Yeah, I should have listened to you about YFI, to be honest. YFII though, whatever the heck this fork is. Looks pretty bullish. I'll look for some entries on this, Sean. We got a nice little range right here. Give me something like this, and I will long YFI. I don't know how many I's are supposed to be in it. And we've got some 4-hour demand right here. This is supposed to be blue at 3,000. I think around 3,000 would be a fine place to buy. We have other, I mean, it depends. If I want to highlight the wicks, then this thing's huge. But just adds more confidence to me liking that range low. So if YFI sweeps the low at like 3,100, I think it'll look good. Target for ETH. See you, Democryptus. You're here for every single stream, so I can definitely forgive you for missing out on the second half of this one. Have a good one, man. Targets for Ethereum, 2,000 at least. There's no reason this shouldn't go to. I mean, we're in new territory. No matter what exchange we're looking at, 2,500 is I mean, we're at all-time highs. So, where were we, guys? Link. Let's talk about Link. So, same idea. Or this was 4-hour demand, I think. Long 4-hour demand last night. Got a bad entry, but it's okay. Like I didn't catch it early enough, but I still had my invalidation, and my invalidation was the bottom of this demand level. I thought that if it broke below that demand level, we were gonna see like mid-20s. So let me hide this. It's kind of crowded in the chart. We were gonna see mid-20s, and we didn't break it. But like when you have a specific invalidation, it doesn't matter if you catch your entry perfectly. Obviously, it's a lot better to, and it gives you a lot more flexibility, and you're probably going to be more calm in your trade. But for me, I knew that I'm wrong below here, and so if I buy here, here, or here, yes, my risk to reward goes down a little bit, but overall idea, like, I was very neutral emotionally in that setup because I knew where my invalidation was. I had my risk managed. So Link looks good. It broke above this 28.4, which has been capping price for a little while now. That's where we had this tough rejection. But boy, this Link fully retraced that dump in 2 30-minute candles. Litecoin's still trying to get above it. ETH did something similar, but that's just showing the strength of Link right now. Is there any reason why you put perps up on your list? It's because I trade on FTX. And if you guys are interested in using FTX, I have been bumped up to a 7% fee discount instead of the standard 5%. So if anyone wants to check out FTX, I think they are the best exchange to trade on. So, yeah, FTX is great. So that's why I have the perps, because that's the pair they have on FTX. And so, like, when I'm looking at these levels, like if I wanted to set a limit order at the top of this demand, I want to make sure I'm getting the price associated with the exchange I'm trading on. So that's why. But then I'll have to check other exchanges when I want to see like more price history. But that's all good because like I can zoom out to get some bigger picture levels. Like here for Litecoin, I can we can put down 3 lines. Put one, I said what, 225, 225, 250, and 305. And now it's as if I had those old levels, like I have them marked on my chart. So we're good to go. FTX better than Binance? Yeah, I agree 100%. I think Sam is awesome. I talk to him every now and then. They have like every single recommendation I've had for FTX, they implement it in like a week. So FTX is great. I love all the innovation they're doing in this space. So if you guys want to check them out, let me know. Feel free to DM me if you ever have any FTX questions. I'm always willing to help out people who try and help me out and use my link so that FTX likes me more, bring more to their exchange. Anyway, link, this looks like a legit breakout as long as we don't completely retrace this candle and like close back below here, then this is good. I would take some, well, it just depends how you're playing it. Like if you're in from way lower, you don't really need to, I just took that 25% off and it happened immediately. So it's all good, but we might like consolidate for the rest of the day and come here and then start pushing up again. It's kind of hard to know, but Link looks super bullish. It's like I've been tweeting about how bullish I am on Link, and it's finally coming through for me. So good to see that. Now let's talk about sushi. I posted this setup on Twitter, I think. Where is it? What's this? Oh, that actually did kind of work. What time did I tweet that? Let's see. Right here. All right, I'll take it. That's a nice little pump since the tweet. Okay, sushi. Here we go. Long sushi. Posted it right when I entered. Trying to do that more often, but sometimes it can be a little difficult. I didn't catch a perfect entry, but waited for some confirmation. We closed this 30-minute candle. So when I see a candle like this, sweep like that, sometimes I'll wait for the next one, because if it pushes away, if it closes green, then it confirms for me that it's going to go up. And for instance, like if we swept this low and then close the next candle below it, then that would be super bearish. So sometimes you can wait for that and get a little bit more confirmation on your trade. But yeah, so sushi, I think this is 12-hour demand right here. We had this range, untapped high right there. We had equal lows right there. Took them once, but just very minimally. Couldn't get back above this SR level. You can see we wicked into that a few times, and wicked into it a few times here. Then we came down, really swept the low, and tagged the demand level. So now we're pushing up. Want to see it get above this. I'll probably take some profit off at the range high, and then just try and ride the rest to $20. Guys, we're getting close. Keep buying Ethereum so we can push it to all-time highs during the stream. No, who just sold it? All right, give me just a sec. Just checking a few things. Okay. So ETH looks good. ETH BTC pushing up a little bit more. We want to see it break above this 0.039 level. But ETH, I really want to see it hold above here. Don't want that on. Because this was kind of the initial high we made on the pump. Then it got swept, blah, blah, blah. And tagged it almost perfectly right there. So I want to see it hold above that. Got rejected there too. And now we're kind of above it. So if Ethereum can hold that, I think we're in for a treat. I do think it's possible we have a pretty awesome weekend with altcoins. Guys, we're like so close to all-time highs, less than 1%, and I told you that we were going to do this. We are doing it less than 1%. All right. So that looks good. ETH BTC fine. Link, Litecoin good. Sushi, does this make sense? Like, this is a really textbook setup that I would look for. You have, whoa, that's not what I meant to do. So form some demand, break out, form a range, take the high, take the low, and then push up. And here's your demand, whatever. I mean, you can kind of just see it here, but this is a pretty common setup. What is happening that I would take. First confirmation for me that it'll push up more is once we can get above that mid-range, and here it's been really clean. Oh, trying to get that. There we go. Because it held as support super nicely, and then the general region held as some strong resistance on the other side. Let's see. Can you ask him to add ZIL on FTX? I could. Algo, Adam, we can look at those. Algo is really blowing up. I tweeted about long in this mid-range the other day, a week ago, and I'm pretty sure. Jeez. Yeah, Algo is flying. Adam also flying. We can look at those a little more. EXRD, I've never heard of it, but if I remember, I can give it a search. Will I eat a lemon if we don't? I think I'm done eating lemons, to be honest. What's Bitcoin doing? Rejected at the mid-range? Oh well. Sushi, SNX, I'm kind of looking for something similar. If we hadn't spiked into this demand yet, I probably would have taken this trade. But since we have, I'm not going to. I'm just going to wait. If we can flip this general region without just sweeping it, I will look to long SNX. So that is a coin I have on my radar. DOT's been awesome. Let's see. Okay, we can talk about Atom. Monday's range from this week got a little choppy around the range high. We swept this low, and that was kind of the long signal, and then confirmation was breaking above and actually holding Monday's high. But now that we're way up here, actually we do kind of have a nice range forming. If we take this high to that low, you can see we made a high, we made a low, we swept the high, we swept the low, and now we're kind of consolidating a bit more. This is literally what I look for every time there's been a coin that has been trending. So a reclaim of this range high, and you can look for some expansion. Algo, this, I can't really touch this right now. Like, it consolidated a little bit here. Actually had some nice equal lows that never got tagged, but it's just going vertical. When it's literally going straight up, there isn't really a setup. This is obviously some hindsight analysis here, but 5-minute ranges are definitely some alpha. High, low, sweep the high, sweep the low, consolidate a little bit more, and then as soon as it broke out above the mid-range, just barely missed the retest, and it's been pushing up ever since. So look for these ranges for continuation, guys. Like this spike up, that's exactly what you would want to see, and then a nice retrace to be, you could have bid this high right there, which would have been like right around here. I probably would have had my stop below there, and this thing has exploded since then. So look for things like that. That's literally all I do in a trending market, as well as like high time frame SR. But when you start to get in price discovery mode, you don't really have high time frame SR anymore. So yeah, FTT, probably one of my favorite coins out there. It literally only goes up, and it's consolidating for a bit. I don't really see any setups with it though, but I just hold FTT spot. Maybe I should start leverage trading it here and there. FTM, I guess USDT. I probably wouldn't buy it right now, but it looks bullish. Just because it's been going straight up, and unless you can get like a nice continuation play on it, which it's just a bit choppy, like instead of it's forming like a range that's going upwards. I guess that would be called a channel, but that doesn't really give me any setups. Links getting rejected. Oh, never mind. We're good. I read that wrong. Litecoin's breaking up above that high, so we'll be keeping our bullish structure. Look at that V reversal. That's what you want to see. And ZRX, they have that on? No. You're the ox. Yeah, I wouldn't really FOMO into this right now at all. I think here's kind of a range we have on it. I don't love playing the mid-range, but you can if you want, or you wait for it to get above the range high, or we have some nice equal lows there if it comes down for a sweep and then reclaims it. But this is the range I'd be watching on ZRX. Breaking the trend line. Which one? Litecoin's looking good, you guys. That's how I feel about Litecoin. Whoa, I almost fell out of my chair. XTZ. Yeah, I like this coin. 4-hour demand right here. If it comes back for a retest, actually that might be 8. Yeah, 8 hour. But otherwise, you'd have to look for a range. I guess this could have technically been our sweep into it, but now with how it's trending, you just kind of have to wait for one of our ranges to form. And actually, this was pretty dang clean. I didn't have this marked earlier. Well, barely took that low. But you can see once it kind of flipped that, it did come down for a sweep, but that was probably the long opportunity. So it looks really bullish though. This is mismarked. Ignore that. Oh, I was trying to see what that orange level came from, because I don't usually draw like full horizontal lines. I do the raise, but I should put one right here. I'm gonna take this trend line off just because it's a little messy, easy to recreate. I probably don't need, well, I'll leave that. It's looking good though. Litecoin looking even better. Link looks good too. Sushi, want to see this get above the mid-range. Just trying to see if there's something I've missed. What's up? What's up? What's up? Is there anything else you guys want to see? Utrust. I'm pretty hyped about Utrust. I remember all the Utrust community members when this got listed on Binance, and I was calling for like 300 sats, were just pissed at me on Twitter all the time when I would post this, and it worked out perfectly. So I don't like to brag too much, but they kind of got annoying, and so sometimes it's nice to see this play out super well. We front ran monthly SR right there. Now we just massively spiked above, so retest of that would be great. We formed some H4 demand there too. So Utrust UTK is looking good. Man, this was one hell of a setup. 170%. Let's look at waves too. Had a nice range on this earlier. Gosh, this is beautiful. So we longed this above the mid-range here. Target was the range high. That got nailed, and really strong breakout above the range high, or out of the range, and then a retest of the range high. I mean, it doesn't really get too much more textbook than that. So we had the long here. I didn't take another one here, but it definitely gave the opportunity. So waves looking really good, and Utrust looked good. Those are two other alts that I like to keep an eye on. Which indicators do I use? I don't really use any indicators. Just price action, man. Sometimes I'll throw a EMA on there. I like the 4 hour. Sometimes the 1. But yeah, don't really use a ton of indicators at all. That's just not my style. All right. Maybe a quick recap, and then we'll call it good, unless you guys have other specific questions. If you aren't already, I would really appreciate a sub on the channel. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. That'll be a cool little milestone. Growing a YouTube is a little harder than a Twitter. There's like no one you can interact with and stuff to respond and things like that, other than comments. But yeah, YouTube's pretty fun. I'm planning on building out a full educational course. I want it to be like the best free educational course out there. So I'm gonna start working on that soon. Here's my my topics list so far. But yeah, okay, quick recap. For those that might have missed the beginning, and just which daily, weekly, monthly. Oh, it's I don't know who it's by, but I can check. It basically just marks the opens for me. Let me see. think it's this one. Nope, wrong. How do I find out? Do I look in the code? It's by Mr. Sebastian. Mr. Sebastian. Open. I don't know how this works. Let me try and search in. Can you not search by authors? Let's see. Daily. Weekly. Is it that? It's pretty similar to this one. This one's pretty much the same. So, yeah, if you just search daily, weekly, monthly, I don't know. Either this one by Mr. Sebastian or that gray one that I just pulled up look good. Okay, quick recap. And then I'm going to let you guys go. Even though we didn't quite hit 1850, it's going to happen. Bitcoin looking good. Swept the low into hourly demand. Personally, I just want to see it range, but if it breaks above this, we'll be looking for some continuation trades on Bitcoin. This was a really clean range. We made a high, then a low. Swept the high, swept the low. Looks really good. Right into demand. That's textbook. Ethereum longed the 8-hour demand yesterday. We had a nice 2-hour sweep into it. I want to see it hold above 1826, and then we are targeting $2,000. ETH BTC, I want to see it break above this consolidation here, get above 0.039, and then we will be looking better. Really need it to stay above the weekly support at 0.0375. Litecoin looking really bullish, same setup as Ethereum, 8-hour demand, had a nice sweep into it. We just broke through this downtrend line, and I want to see it get above 195. If we do that, we are targeting 225. Break above 225, we're targeting 250. Break above that, we're targeting 305. So that's kind of my roadmap for Litecoin. Link, I longed the 4-hour demand last night. Exact same idea as the other coins we were talking about, and it's finally broken out. It retraced this dump very quickly. Just hit $30, so feeling really good about Link. This looks super bullish. And then lastly, Sushi. This is the most recent setup I took. We had 12-hour demand here. Nice sweep into that, below the range low. Break above the mid-range for some more confidence. I'll probably trim some off at the range high and then target $20. All right. Does that make sense? I hope you guys had a good time. I know I did. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, whatever time zone you're in. And let's keep making some money together. All right. So we'll talk soon. Hopefully see you in the next stream. Feel free to reach out to me on Twitter if you ever have questions. So, appreciate it, guys. Talk to you later.